Alright guys, so we're working on some trig applications. So here we go. An airplane takes off with an angle of elevation of 2.5 degrees. How far from the airport is the plane measured on the ground when it reaches an altitude of 20,000 feet? So the altitude is going to be straight up 20,000 feet. 2.5 degrees is the angle of elevation, and the unknown is here on the ground. I'm going to come in and label my triangle. So since I'm using this angle, this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent side, and I'm going to use a tangent equation. So tangent is equal to opposite over adjacent. Now we plug in our numbers. Tangent of 2.5 degrees is equal to the opposite, which is 20,000 feet, over the adjacent, which is x. If we solve this equation for the unknown, we get x equals 20,000 divided by the tangent of 2.5 degrees. We'll come in here with our calculator and we'll type 20,000 divided by tangent of 2.5, and I get 458,075. And since this dimension was in feet, that puts this dimension in feet. Okay, so that is how far. Okay, let's try another one. A house is 28 feet wide and the roof measures 7 feet 4 inches at the peak. What is the pitch of the roof and what is the angle of elevation? Assume the peak of the roof is in the middle of the roof. So first things first, I've drawn this picture. I've drawn a triangle. This is 28 feet wide. That makes this side 14, and that makes this side 14. So two equal triangles. I've converted 7 feet 4 inches into just feet. That comes up to be 7.3 repeating feet. So I've got this right here. So now we have two things. The first thing is, what is the pitch? Pitch is rise over run, and it's always given as the number of inches you rise over 1 foot. Okay, so the way we're going to do this, is we're going to say, look, this is the same as 84 inches, or this many feet. So for the pitch, what I want to do is I want to put 84 inches over 14 feet. Okay? So to make this 1 foot, I'm going to divide the top and the bottom by 14. And so I get 6 inches over 1 foot, or a 6/12 pitch. Okay, so I get a 6/12 pitch. Okay, so if you're looking for roof pitch, that's how you do it. The other thing they ask is they ask the angle of elevation. So they want to know this angle here in the corner. So I take this drawing and I say, okay, what have we got? We've got 14 feet, and we've got 7.3 repeating feet, and we've got this unknown angle. Label your triangle. This is opposite. This is adjacent. So that means we're going to use tangent. So tangent of x is opposite over adjacent. Tangent of x is equal to opposite over adjacent. And to solve for x, you have to get rid of tangent. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the inverse tangent of both sides. Now, this and this cancel out and leave me x. On the other side of this, let me grab my calculator here. We're going to type inverse tangent of this divided by this. So inverse tangent of 7.3 repeating divided by 14. And we get 27.6 degrees. Okay, boom, 27.6 degrees. So a 612 pitch roof has an angle of 27.6 degrees. Okay? So then they say to us, any roof with a pitch greater than 712 is considered too dangerous to walk on without additional safety recommendations. Okay? So toe boards, strapping, something like that. They want to know what angle a 712 roof, what angle does that make? So again, 712 means for every foot over, 12 inches over, it's going to rise 7 inches. So for 1 foot over, it's going to rise 7 inches. Okay, so I can take this and say, look, we're going to go over 12, we're going to go up 7. And that's going to be true no matter how big this roof is if it has a 712 pitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to label our triangle. There's a theme here. Label your triangle. This will be your opposite. This will be your adjacent. And we want to solve for this angle. The formula that has opposite and adjacent in it is tangent. Opposite over adjacent. Okay? So tangent of x equals 7 over 12. And we're going to come in here. We're going to take the inverse tangent of this side. And we're going to take the inverse tangent of this side. These cancel out. You're given x equals the inverse tangent of 7 over 12. And again, we're going to type that in. Inverse tangent, 7 over 12. And we get 30.3 degrees. Okay, so a 712 roof has a 30.3 degree pitch. So there's a couple of applications for you to look at and learn from. And please replay this video if you need to.